Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining me. This is Marilyn Gale. Listen, guys, I'm going to bring you a story, and this story is something that, by the grace of God, none of us will go through if we just stop and think for a second, because this could happen to us, and we could be the ones that is in prison right now. I'll say me. I won't put anybody else, because if this happened to me, I can't tell you what I would do. I hope I would do the right thing. I hope I would chill for a minute and think logically. But let me just go over the story so you'll know what I'm talking about. An Arby manager is accused of fatally shooting a drive-thru customer who spit in her face and threatened her. Investigators said desean-tallent, 25, was killed on Saturday night, and I don't think it's the Saturday night that just passed, but let me continue. After repeatedly harassing devonne-young, I think that's the way you pronounce her name, devonne-young, following an altercation at the Tulsa Eatery, and that's Arby's, the restaurant. Video says that Tallent spit in Young's face and vowed to come back and hurt her, according to the Tulsa Police Department. The incident was reported and Tallent was named as an assault suspect. When Tallent returned to the restaurant and circled the lot, Young ran outside, got into her car, and followed him, according to the cops. Both vehicles played cat and mouse before she shot at him and drove back to work. Cops say that Tallent was shot in the torso and crashed into a Walmart. He later died from his wounds. Miss Young was arrested on Monday following an investigation. Investigators would find a gun in her apartment, but she claimed she destroyed the weapon, the murder weapon. Young, 25, confessed and is facing first-degree charges of murder. She is being held without bond. An Arby's spokesperson says the franchise owner is cooperating with investigators. Now, first of all, her mistake, I think, was following him, because I'm sure the prosecutors are going to use that and say that it was premeditated. So that's the part that might get her, a prison sentence. And the thing is, if she would have brought a weapon, it may not have been registered. So then she's charged with carrying a concealed weapon. So there's a lot to consider in this case. But he was harassing her, and she probably felt threatened. I'm sure she did. And he knew where she worked, and possibly he knew where she lived, because who knows? He could have waited till she got off work and followed her. And I'm just speculating, but all these things could have happened. Now, spitting in somebody's face is one of the most vile, disrespectful things you can do to someone. That's assault. But I just wished she had handled it differently. But when somebody do that to you, and in the heat of the moment, and you're fuming, and by him saying to her, I'm going to come back and get you, and he already spit in your face. And so he let you know that he doesn't respect you no way, form, or fashion. So you put a weapon in your person. Now, I'm not saying, guys, that's right. I'm not saying that. But what would you do if you were scared and you're only 24 and this guy is older? Well, he's only older by 25, but he's a man. And clearly he could probably beat you up with no problem, and I don't know, if she had to have the gun with her when she went to work. But like I said, I can see her being scared. Now, evidently the police knew about him because he was an assault suspect. And By the time you call the police, if someone is going to hurt you, a lot of times it's too late. By the time they get there, you could be dead and he's on his way to wherever, Mexico. So I'm not going to condemn her, although I think she made some deadly mistakes. And I'm not saying it was right for her to kill him, but I'm just saying, when you feel fearful for your life or the life of your loved ones, sometimes you just do things that's not necessarily what you were taught to do, or you grew up doing. She had a gun, so evidently she just felt like she had to protect herself. I don't know. Maybe there were some things in her past that taught her a lesson to always carry a piece or have a piece available. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, he was wrong for spitting in her face. And I wish she had took a different route of how she settled this matter, because like the article said, they played cat and mouse in the parking lot of Walmart, and she shot at him and got him and hit him in the chest, the torso, and he died. So guys, I wanted to kind of bring you that before I left for the evening, have a late dinner, because I've been meaning to bring this story to you. And then, the death of Mr. Nipsey Hussle. That kind of threw me off a little bit. And, I wanted to do that first, of course. But I'm just hoping that they will take under consideration that he threatened her, and take under the consideration, and I don't know whether she's been in trouble before, and that can be very, very important if she has some history. But if she doesn't have any history, I hope that they take that into consideration. But I also want to send my condolences to his family, because maybe that was out of character what he did for whatever reason. I don't know what altercation, I don't know what was said. That may not have even been in his character to do that. And that's that one time he just lost it. But you know what, guys? All it takes is one time for something to be out of character, and you can lose your life. So I send my condolences to his family and friends, anyone who loved him, any children he had, his parents, siblings, because I don't want to seem callous and just, I can't just dismiss the fact that someone died. This was senseless. I don't know what happened. But whatever thoughts you have, you can leave a comments. And also, guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do so now and hit that notification bell. And thank you for joining me, and good night.